Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to continue the two sums that are remaining, and I will again revise the three sums that I took in the last video. I would avoid this repetition, but some people told me that there were some clarity issues, and some people told me that there was a problem in understanding that what equation we have to substitute, what we have to equate with what. So due to that I decided to repeat. So the first question was this: an electric hot plate is maintained at temperature 350 degrees Celsius and used to keep a chemical solution boiling at 95 degrees Celsius. The solution is contained in a cast iron vessel of wall thickness of 25 mm, which is enameled inside to a thickness of 0.8 mm heat transfer coefficient. So whenever you read a question, mark the data. It's a best way of finding the answer. So we have to calculate heat transfer coefficient and rate of heat transfer per unit area. So what we have to do, basically we have to calculate heat transfer coefficient and heat transfer rate per unit area. So what we will do, we know in the last video I told this was the solution in which convective heat transfer took place. This was the solution, and it was enameled with 0.8 mm thickness, and then this was cast iron vessel. Here conduction took place. The conduction is basically a phenomenon where flow takes place through the medium, and it takes place within the bulk due to molecules. So what we have to find, basically we have to find overall heat transfer coefficient. Now what is heat transfer coefficient? Heat transfer coefficient is H. We have to find overall heat transfer coefficient. I will denote it by U. Now here conduction is taking place. The value is given. The value of cast iron is given. The thermal conductivity of cast iron is given. The value of enamel is given for length. Thermal conductivity, this is basically change. It can also be denoted by delta plus 1 upon H of solution. Why? Convective heat transfer takes place. Heat transfer coefficient for a boiling solution is given as 5.5 kilowatt per meter square Kelvin. So what is heat transfer coefficient? It is nothing but the resistance. Resistance is what? Thermal resistance for heat transfer coefficient is 1 upon H. Area is 1. So what is the delta for cast iron? It is 0.025 upon thermal conductivity of cast iron is 50. Enamel is 0.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. It is given as 0.8 mm in question, and thermal conductivity is 1.05 plus 1 upon 5.5 into 10 raised to 3. It is given in terms of kilowatt. We have to convert it in terms of watt. When we add all this term, we get 1.444 into 10 raised to minus 3 watt. This is in terms of 1 upon U. I am extremely sorry. This is in terms of 1 upon U. So we have to find U. U is equal to what? 1 upon 1.444 into 10 raised to minus 3, which we get as 692.5 watt per meter square Kelvin. The other thing we have to find is rate of heat transfer per unit area. So what is rate of heat transfer? Q is equal to UA. What? Delta T. What is delta T? T of heater minus T of solution. Now what is U? U is 692.5. Area is 1. Like area is not given. So Q by A, per unit area we have to find. So Q by A we have to find. Okay. And T of heater is 350. T of solution is 95. So after all this thing, after multiplying, like see, 692.5 into 350 minus 95, 176.5, which is 176.6. what is the unit kilowatt Q का यूनिट क्या है किलोवाट 10⁻³ watt था ना किलोवाट पर मीटर स्क्वायर सो ये मिल गया क्वेश्चन क्या था वापस देख लो एन इलेक्ट्रिक हॉट प्लेट इज मेंटेन्ड एट टेम्परेचर 350 डिग्री सेल्सियस हॉट प्लेट हीटर का केमिकल सोल्यूशन बॉइलिंग एट 95 डिग्री सेल्सियस थिकनेस ऑफ कास्ट आयन 25 mm 0.025 लिया विच इज़ एनामल्ड इनसाइड अ थिकनेस ऑफ 0.8 mm हीट ट्रांसफर कोएफिशिएंट 1/h h का वैल्यू था 5.5 इंटू 10⁻³ के टर्म्स में कन्वर्ट किया फिर के ऑफ कास्ट आयन था 50 के ऑफ एनामल था 1.05 कैलकुलेट हीट ट्रांसफर ओवरऑल यू और रेट ऑफ q by a now the second sum is somewhat interesting. Here we will learn a new concept that I didn't teach you in previous video. So this is the sum. A 3 mm diameter stainless steel wire has conductivity 20 watt per see diameter is given, conductivity is given, resistance is given, length is given, voltage is given, temperature is given, another temperature. So now what we have to find, wait a minute, just we have to find temperature at center of wire and heat transfer coefficient, that is T max. Temperature at center of wire is T max is equal to what, and coefficient of and heat transfer coefficient, that is Q. So let's start with the sum. So what we will do first, we'll first write the data. So what is the data? Diameter is equal to 3 mm. So radius is equal to 0.0015. How? 3/2 and into 10⁻³ I have converted this into in terms of meter. Then K is given 20 watt per meter Kelvin. Then rho is given 10 into 10⁻⁻8 ohm meter. L is given 100 meter, V is given 100 volt, temperature is given 100 degrees Celsius, Ts surface temperature and Ti 50 degrees Celsius. Two temperatures are given. So what we will do, see basically what we need to find maximum temperature, we need heat generated, that is Q dot generated, small q. So for that we need Q is equal to Vi, we know. For that we need I, we can't find, so I is equal to V by R, so V square by R. For that we need R, that is why rho L and A is given. So R is what? Rho L by A. What is rho? 10 into 10⁻⁸. What is L? 100 meter. See, you have to think, if you link the formula then only you will reach up to the answer. So that's the basic ideology. So A what is for wire, no, diameter, so it is pi r square, so pi into 0.0015 square, so rho L by A. So what we will get? 1.415. You can calculate if you want to check, cross check if the answers are right. Q is equal to Vi, so I is V by R, so V square by R, V square by R, what is V? 100 square by R. R, what is R? We have found out 1.415. So we will get somewhat 7067 watt. Now Q generated is Q by AL. What is Q? 7067. What is area? Pi into 0.0015 square. Again pi r square, and L is given 100 meter it is given. So what we will get? 9.998 into 10⁻⁶ watt per meter cube. This is the unit for the heat generated. Remember, watt, area meter square, L meter cube. Now we have to find what? T max, that is temperature at center of wire. For T max, see, it's a cylinder, no? For cylinder we have to find T max. So this was the concept I told you that we didn't discuss. The governing equation is what? 1 upon R d by dr R dt by dr plus Q generated upon K is equal to 0. So we have to remember two conditions, that is at r is equal to r1, t of r1 is equal to t1, and next condition is r is equal to 0, dt by dr is equal to 0. These two conditions we have to remember, no way, we have to remember it. Now we have to integrate this equation. On integrating this, what first we can multiply this, what will come, r0. So what will come now, r dt by dr, integrating this difference, integrating and differentiation, this is, it's like virus antivirus. So now r, what is that, r square by 2 plus q generated r square by 2k is equal to 0. Now what to do, is equal to c1, sorry, integrated, no. So r dt by dr is equal to minus q generated r square, that is heat generated, I have written GEN, it is generated, to k plus c1. I have just shifted it. This can be considered as equation, see, this can be considered as equation number 1, this can be considered as equation number 2. Now the next thing what we have to do, now again we have to integrate. So first we will just apply the condition that dt by dr at r equal to 0, this second condition. So at r equal to 0, dt by dr is equal to 0, so r equal to 0, so c1 is equal to 0. Now on integrating again, we will get dt by dr is equal to minus q generated r upon 2k. This is the equation. We have to first substitute c1 equal to 0, then we have to integrate this equation we have to integrate. We will get t is equal to minus q generated r square upon 4k plus c2, another constant. So we have to, now you will understand what to do, this subtract this minus this, we will get a equation. What equation we will get, t of r is equal to q generated upon 4k r1 square minus r square plus t1. See, directly also you can write this formula for this sum. I just wanted to show you how this formula came, just for the conceptual understanding. So just substitute the values, 9.9998 into 10 raised to 6 upon 4 into 20 into r1 is given, r is 0, only one radius is given, plus 100, temperature is given, see, temperature, yes, it is given, this temperature. So we will get answer 100.28 degrees Celsius. If you want to convert in terms of Kelvin, then add to 273.15, can convert in terms of Kelvin. And then to find q, now final stage, q is equal to HATS minus TF. So what is h we have to find, q we know 7067, a we know pi r square 0.005 square into 100 minus 50. So q we will get h we will get watt per meter square Kelvin. So these are the first two sums. Now the next sum I wanted to discuss is another good sum where temperatures are given, T1 1100 degrees Celsius, we can convert it in terms of Kelvin, T3 50 degrees Celsius, convert it in terms of Kelvin. It is a brick, thermal conductivity is 0.28 plus 0.0023 T. Length of fire clay is 12.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Length of red brick is 50 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. K of red brick is equal to 0.47. So we have to just draw a slab. This is 12.5, this is 50. I have just drawn in rough. maybe this diagram you can draw it with a fair, just for conceptual understanding again. So first we will find R2. First we will find thermal resistance. This is easy. This equation somewhat looks weird, so we will take care of this equation afterwards. So first R2 is equal to what? L of red brick upon K of red brick into A. So what we will get? 0.5 length is given. See, I have converted it into terms of meter. 15 to 0.5 upon K. What is K? 0.47. Area is 1. So what we will get? 1.0638 Kelvin per watt. Now the next equation. For that we will use Q is equal to minus Ka dt by dx. See, now we have to integrate. Three temperatures are there, T1, T2, T3. We have to find what? We have to find T2. In this question we have to find T2. Okay, we have to find T2, and then we have to find Q. So integrating, Q is equal to, first we will write what is K here. K is equal to this equation we have to write, 0.28 plus 0.00023 T dt by dx. So here we can shift Q dx. We can integrate in terms of 0.125. Why we have taken 0.125? T1, T2, then T2, T3. So first T1, T2 is equal to minus integration of T1, T2, 0.28 plus 0.0023 T dt. So we will get what we will get. See, Q 0.125, then minus 0.28, T2 minus T1 minus 0.00023 by 2, T2 square minus T1 square. Then what we will get? We have to divide this whole equation, divided by 0.125. So we will get 2.24 into, see, T1 value is 1373. So to remove the negative sign, we will interchange T1 minus T2. So 1373 minus T2 plus, again changing, 9.2 into 10 raised to minus 4 into 1373 square minus T2 square. Okay, this is one equation. Now second equation, again integrating between limits, another 0.5. See this next one, first 0 to 0.125, then 0 to 0.5. Okay, that I have written in terms of 10 raised to minus 2. This I have just simplified more to make it easy. Dx is equal to 0.47 minus this equation. See this where is that equation? The another equation where K's value is given as 0.47, T3 minus T2. What is the value of T3? The value of T3 is given, not T2. T2 we have to find. So we will just equate both the equations. So here what we will get, Q into 0.5 is equal to minus 0.47 into 323 minus T2. Q is equal to divide 0.94, again interchanging to remove the negative sign. See, now this equation and this equation you equate, put in calci, this equation and this equation equate, Q is common, no? So you will get T2 as 1194.92 and Q is what? Substitute in any of this equation. So Q you will get 819.6 watt per meter square. So this was a bit complicated sum, I know, but we have to do. Now the next sum. The next sum is again A plain wall is given where thickness is 1 centimeter Kelvin, K is 220 watt, Q is temperature on one side is 100 degree and other side is 200. We have been asked temperature at center, that is x is equal to, when x is equal to 0, value of x, maximum temperature, temperature at left surface, temperature at right surface, heat conduction. So first we will write this equation. This I taught you in one video, one dimensional steady state equation with internal heat generation. When you integrate dt by dx plus q generated by k x is equal to c1, just shifting this term we get this, again integrating c1x plus c2. Now there are two equations. See why we are considering these two equations, because both are at different length, this temperatures. So what will be the equation when both are at different length, because we have to find it at position x, so we have to form a equation. So you can write that equation directly, but again where did the equation come from? So T of minus L is equal to T1, you have to remember T of L equal to T2 are both two condition. Substitute in this equation, you will get two conditions, and then do 4 minus 3, you will get C1's value. C1 you have to substitute in this equation. C2 you will get by T1 plus T2. By T1 minus T2 minus T1 you will get C1. T1 plus T2 you will get C2. Substitute. See, this is the important equation you have to remember. T of x is equal to q generated minus x square upon 2k plus T2 minus T1 upon 2lx plus q generated else. So at x equal to 0, which is asked at center, so this is 0, this is 0. So we will substitute the values given. It is given 100, 200. So you will get T of x equal to 0 is 735.5 Kelvin. For now maxima, dt by dx is equal to 0. In this you have to substitute for maxima. From where it came? From 2. In this dt by dx equal to 0, so this is 0. You will equate terms and you will find a positional, you have to find x, so you will substitute the values. T2 is 200 minus 100, 100 upon 10 raised to minus 2. L is again q generated is 15 to 10 raised to 6, 20, and this is 4 into 10 raised to minus 4. So now again T of x is equal to, this is simplified formula, q generated L square upon 2k 1 minus x by L the whole square plus T2 minus T1 upon 2 x by L plus T1. So here the value for L is 0.5 into 10 raised to, value for L, see value of L is 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 2, okay, at x. So but here we have multiplied it by 2, that is why I have written as 10 raised to minus 2. Don't go into a misconception like, no, then you told value of L is 0.5, how here it is 1 into 10 raised to, here there is the constant 2, that is why I multiplied it and written directly. So after substituting the values, see this data carefully, you will get answer as 737.5 Kelvin. Now again you have to, what you have to do, you have to just substitute minus 0.05 and plus 0.05 in this equation. You will get the answers at left surface and right surface respectively. And the last sum, the refrigerator sum, glass, wool, mild steel sheet, LC is given, LB is given, LA is given, TI, these are all the data. So this is the data, okay. LA is equal to LC is given 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 3, LB is given, KC 45, KB is given, HO naught is given, HI is given, and 22 is temperature. So first we will find area. Area is given 0.6 into 0.6 into 2 mild sheets are there, no, 0.6 into 1.2 into sides, number of sides, so total is 3.6. so 3.6 into 22 minus 5, the temperature, it is given in the question, 22 minus 5, I have not mentioned it, it is mentioned for temperature at 5 degree, and then again 1 upon LC convection takes place, then conduction takes place, then conduction, then conduction, then convection. So convection, conduction, convection, substitute the values, you will get 48.23. then Q is equal to H naught 822 minus T1. You have to find T1, so you will get 21 degree Celsius. And some other thing if I have to share, then if anything is remaining, maybe nothing is remaining, then also wait just a minute. Yes, rest all I have explained you in the last video. So till then, peace out, stay safe. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys.